Namaskar, this is Sunili welcoming you all to Planet to Soul Astrology 2024. And I'm sure that you all have done a very warm and good welcoming of this new year, which is going to be filled with fun, happiness, trials, as well as success. So, today, friends, we are going to talk about Ketu. So, I'm going to start this new year video with Ketu. Multiple videos you must have already seen on my channel, and Ketu everyone knows. We just symbolically say that Ketu uh, gives this, give that, or in our mind we have certain imaginations. When we read in Shastras, in classics, in theories, when we read, then we come to know that Ketu has multiple functions. Out of that, when we experience the same functions, we experience the same situations in our life, and then we start believing in these planets. Ketu, being a shadow planet, is impacting our life situations so well that without studying this Ketu in a deeper manner, we don't have any other solution. We already know that always a planet has a seventh aspect from its own house. This is a universally we have observed this. Even though Rahu Ketu are not a visible planets, but still they are opposite to each other. So definitely they are impacting the another house's signification, like Rahu wherever posited and Ketu wherever posited. Say for example, if they are in 410 axis, then definitely 4th and 10th house both are getting fruits of this Rahu and Ketu like any other planet. But this Rahu Ketu in this material life will give very powerful fruits as compared to other planets, because this Ketu has lot of energy and capability to give you fantastic fruits. At the same time, it also have capacity to teach you certain lessons, to let you know that these are the things you have to fulfill in this life, then only your you are able to get your fruits. So friends, today we are going to talk third from Ketu. Now, as we know that in a different stream of astrology, like Nadi astrology, Lal Kitab, Vedic astrology, in Nadi astrology they do consider 311 combinations, 212 combinations, or if they are combined in one house, multiple things we see in that. So in these studies, you know what I have found, that all these systems are working very well. In Vedic also, it's written that Rashmis, that means the penetrating, rays of each planet is to another house, to another planet, plays very important role. When we study about Rashmis or Kiran from one planet to another, whenever we talk about Ketu, or whenever we think about Ketu, some or other signification, or some or other or whenever we talk about Ketu, it gives us indication that yes, my presence is there. Like when I'm talking, my bell door rang, and then phone ring came, somebody came on door, and my mango, my pug, he was asking for something. That means these elements are really awakened and around us. We definitely feel Rashmis or rays of each planet, provided how you come to know that that planet particular has to be very much activated in your horoscope. That is what you have to understand here. Each planet is activated in us. Maybe uh, for you, Mars could be activated, Jupiter could be activated. So whenever you think or talk about Jupiter, you come to know to read some books or some messages come connected to knowledge or something like that. But specifically for Ketu, most of the people get certain experiences. So today we are going to talk how will be the fruit of third from Ketu. You know, third house by default is a courage house. Third house is a deep samadhi or deep sadhana, Brahma Murta house. Like we, fourth house is 12 to 2 midnight, and 2 to 4 is third house of our horoscope. So if you want to do any sadhana, upasana, your third house activation needs to be there. But when we talk about third from Ketu, so that house always gives you changes. Like it's a rotating house, we can call. Say, for example, if your Ketu is posited in fourth house of horoscope, so sixth house becomes your third house from Ketu. Okay, then sixth house is of Naukri, like job, business, daily activities, going out for work, court cases, loans. If this sixth lord is not posited well in your horoscope, or if Ketu is not giving you better fruits, you will always be ups and down connected to your profession, your career, or your job, or multiple job changes, or not getting satisfaction from one work, or searching for multiple source of income and somehow ending up with very less fruits in hand. Here also, which planets are posited in third house from your Ketu also plays very important role. You can not only stick to the house signification, you also have to see the signification of those particular planets which are posited third to Ketu. But according to those planets, which planet is impacting more, which planet is suitable for that particular house. Say, for example, if Mercury is posited third to Ketu, then Mercury becomes powerful planet. So Mercury related things always keeps rotating around you, like your paperwork, loan papers, or anything at your professional place, your office place, day to day activities, maybe at your maternal place, you will always experience such type of fruit. So maybe you are not feeling satisfied with third from Ketu, or you have to work more, or so it depends that where your Ketu is posited. If your Ketu is posited in 8th house of horoscope, then 10th house again becomes profession house from that Ketu. So maybe you have multiple transfers, multiple job changes, stream change, you are not getting along with your father. You have to see the sign posited in 10th house, that is third from your Ketu. You have to see the planets posited third from Ketu, and then you have to see that 100% your life will be rotating towards that house. If your Ketu is posited in first house of your horoscope, then definitely your courage house is getting affected, maybe with your siblings, with your day to day activity, with your new events, new ideas. You are always struggling with all these things. Whatever you are starting, maybe you have to do two, three, four times again and again connected to this. If your Ketu is posited in second house of horoscope, then fourth house becomes your third house from Ketu. So maybe you are away from your house most of the time, lacking in maternal bliss, or maybe for work purpose you have to go again and again out. Maybe you are not able to find a suitable residential place for you, or some or other difficulties you are finding. Maybe you have not got the proper neighborhood, and maybe you are not acclimatizing in that situation. If your Ketu is posited in third house of horoscope, then your fifth house is getting impacted. So maybe you are not coping up with your children's, but for education, maybe your children's are going abroad or going away from you. Also, you are finding difficulty in concentrating in your sadhana upasana, provided your fifth lord and planets posited in your fifth house are strong or no. Other aspects or other things also comes into action. You cannot just stick to only one thing, okay ऐसा है तो ऐसा होने वाला है. If your Ketu is posited in fourth house, already we talked about. If your Ketu is posited in fifth house of horoscope, then your seventh house is getting affected here. Maybe late marriage, difficult relationship, failure in relationships. You are more spiritually inclined person. You are finding difficulty in progeny. You are finding difficulty in gaining name, fame, cooperating or coping up with your subordinates. Maybe you are finding difficulty in finding a good place for work and such type of situations. If your Ketu is posited in sixth house, then eighth house is getting affected. So maybe you have to be very careful about health ailments in your life. You are definitely interested in occult sciences, but you have to read one thing again and again, then only it will come into your mind. You are fond of study, you are fond of education, but you are finding difficulties in getting admissions and all these things. If your Ketu is posited in seventh house of horoscope, then your ninth house is getting affected. This will definitely give you good pilgrimages, but whenever you will go to pilgrimages, you will find such one or two difficulties in travel. Maybe your travel plans keep on changing. In travel also, you have to change the bus or a flight, or some or other difficulties will come on your way. Maybe when you reach the destination, something is closed, and that it will happen, but it will keep you circle way, it will keep you rotating. Your legs will not stop. Constantly you have to work hard on uh, that things, or to get the fruits out of it. So if your Ketu is posited in 8th house, we already talked about it. If your Ketu is posited in 9th house of horoscope, then your 11th house is getting affected. Maybe your friendship is not getting sustained, your relationship, your communication with your spouse, communication with your elder brothers, communication with your your bank people. Definitely from where you are going to get gains, you have to work hard towards that situations in your life. So 11th house signification, you maybe your life is rotating towards that only. You are working hard to get affection of your friends, but somehow you are not able to get it, or you are not keeping connected with them because of your work, because of your own personal reasons. If your Ketu is posited in 10th house, then your 12th house is getting affected. So definitely you are traveling a lot. You are not sticking at one place. Today, if you are here, then after few days you are at some another country, another state, another city, or you are not able to find what I have to do in life. I'm not able to find a proper answer. मुझे क्या करना है, what work I have to do. I'm not able to find it. Always I am jumbling, always I am thinking, and my whole time is going in thinking only, and I'm not implementing anything. If your Ketu is posited in 11th house of horoscope, then your first house is getting impacted. You have to improvise your own nature. You have to work hard on your own temperament, your whimsically moody nature. Sometimes you behave very well with people, but at the same time you get detached from the worldly affair. You are into your own self. People call you reserved personality. So here improvisation of your personality is very 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 necessary. If your Ketu is posited in 12th house of horoscope, then second house of your Kutumbasthana or your family house gets activated. Maybe you are away from your family, a lot of expenditure for family, for travels, for your own self, for health purposes of the family. At the same time, maybe people near and dear to you are not satisfied with your doings, and always credit is taken from someone else, for someone else, and credit is not given to you. So you always have some or other complaints with your family. So for all these things, what one has to do, we all are supposed to suffer some or other way because of this Ketu position. And third from Ketu is definitely getting affected. Just worshipping Ganpati Devata will help you a lot. Worshipping Durga Mata will also help you a lot. Offering green durva to Ganapati Devata. Before this also I have said about this remedy, or the bestest Ketu remedy is just chanting Ganapati mantra Om Gam Ganapate Namaha, or the another fantastic remedy would be visiting Ganapati temple every Wednesday or every Tuesday will also help you a lot, and offering a jaggery piece to Ganapati Devata. Everyone should do this, and it no time limit, so you can continue this remedy forever also. So this was what about third from Ketu. In next video we'll talk something else, and as I always say, sabka mangal ho, may all be blessed. Namaste.